And Boreham Wood get us underway in this Enterprise National League clash. Does so, plays it back to Harris. Harris stands the ball up towards Temi Wecker, and then it's going to be nodded in, but the flag is up. And Harvey Saunders thought he had his seventh of the season there. It was good play. It was a looping ball from Archie Harris. And then nodded into the path of Harvey Saunders by Temi Wecker and into the back of the net, but the assistant referee's flag was up early. Just poked it forward to Abdul Malik. Connell's going to float that out onto the right-hand side, brought down well by Richardson. Richardson with the little nutmeg, and it's going to break here. Richardson back in the penalty area. It's still Lewis Richardson here. Lays it onto the edge of the area. It's a right for the shot, saved by Nick Townsend, and then it's back across goal. There's too much on that. It's out for a goal kick. And it was pulled back to Charlie O'Connell. I should say it was Zach Brunt with the effort in the end. It was well saved by Townsend. So Townsend is going to float this one through the middle, and it looks like it's going to be finding Aaron Blair. Aaron Blair pokes that through the legs of Nathan Ashmore, and Eastleigh have the lead. Aaron Blair with his 12th of the season. And it's one simple long ball from Nick Townsend from the free kick inside Eastleigh's half. Boreham Wood, it looks like they felt as though it had too much on it. Aaron Blair nips in behind, brings the ball down. And it's a cool finish through the legs of Ashmore. And it's Eastleigh 1, Boreham Wood 0. I mentioned how important it was that Eastleigh are back amongst the goals, and Aaron Blair is Eastleigh's top goal scorer, now on 12. He had a spell out this season with injury as well for a couple of months. It's so important for Eastleigh to get him back fit and firing. Now here's Bush again. Sammy tries to play that ball down the line towards Abdul Malik. It's cut out, but Boreham Wood still in possession. It's going to be curled in towards the edge of the area now. Back towards Richardson, who goes down into the penalty area, and that is going to be a penalty kick. That's a really neat piece of play from Boreham Wood that leads to it. And the ball is played back to Lewis Richardson. Just as he tries to take a touch ahead of him, approaching the edge of the 6-yard box. He's brought down. That's going to be a penalty kick. It's a clumsy challenge. And the Wecker's going to get a talking to here. He's going to get a yellow card. Well, it all stemmed from the quick passing, the patience in the build-up beforehand. And it's going to be Zach Brunt to take the penalty. Brunt against Townsend. It's a slow run up. And it's saved by Townsend, but the rebound is going to be put into the back of the net, and Boreham Wood have equalised. The initial penalty wasn't a great one. It was a good save from Townsend, but it's back into the path of Zach Brunt, who gets his 11th goal of the season. And Boreham Wood, 10 minutes after going behind, have levelled this game. It's Eastleigh 1, Boreham Wood 1. As I mentioned before, Boreham Wood certainly won't panic to going behind. And although the equaliser has come from the penalty spot, it was brilliant build-up play that led to that. And now Boreham Wood play it through the middle, looking for Richardson. Richardson checks back, it's still Richardson. Richardson, he scores! And Boreham Wood are ahead. And it's Lewis Richardson, who is at the heart of the penalty incident, has got himself on the score sheet, and after Eastleigh leading here, they find themselves 2-1 down. And it's far too simple from an Eastleigh perspective. But it has to be said, Lewis Richardson has been the best player on the pitch so far. And he's up to 6 goals for the season in the league. It's Eastleigh 1, Boreham Wood 2. There. Just had to hold the ball up there. Darren Blair. Saunders was making a run ahead of him, but now here comes Evans. Evans back in towards Blair. Back across goal, and it's the back heel attempt, and it's saved in the end rather comfortably by Ashmore. The referee is going to halt play. There is an injury here to a Boreham Wood player on halfway. And it looks as though it could be a head injury too. That's the brightest moment Eastleigh have had since scoring, you'd have to say. And that will be that for the first half. In towards Abdul Malik. He's in a good area again. He's going to fall back here, but Eastleigh get it clear. Booty is just going to float that across to the back post. It's in, and it's a brilliant save, but the rebound is put into the back of the net, but it's offside, and Eastleigh survive. It's a brilliant save from Nick Townsend. The referee allows play to go on. All the way back to Ashmore, who's going to try and play this, and it's cut out by Saunders. It looked uncomfortable there from Nathan Ashmore. Saunders into the penalty area. Saunders back across, and it's in! And Eastleigh have levelled this game, and it's the mistake from Nathan Ashmore, giving the ball away to Harvey Saunders. It was a telegraph pass. He took too long with it. Too many touches. And Harvey Saunders takes it towards the byline. And it's back in towards the 6-yard box. And into an unguarded net. And it's Jake Tabor with his first goal for the club on loan from Swindon. His 3rd appearance. He's scored goals aplenty in the lower leagues, in the non-league pyramid. For Amersham Town. Has had limited opportunity since joining Swindon, and has now got on the score sheet in the National League for Eastleigh. To Rush. He's been forced wide here. And Sammy towards the area, takes towards the byline, cuts it back. Richardson gets a second stab at it, and it's across the face of goal. And that's a let-off for Eastleigh. Richardson feels as though he should have scored. It was almost a miscontrol from Lewis Richardson there, and he was allowed a second bite at the cherry. And it looks as though this one is going to finish on as even. Unless Eastleigh can find something from this final play. They're going to try and play it for the corner. And that is that. Eastleigh come from behind to salvage a point. Having led again for the second home game in a row, it finishes 2-2.